how the hell did Donald Trump figure out the mainstream media is the fringe and the fringe is now the mainstream? How the hell did Donald Trump figure out? I mean, Joe Rogan is obvious, right? Like, we knew the guy had a big audience. It's not like we were like stunned, but like, how the hell was he, the 78-year-old guy who doesn't even have a computer and still like writes handwritten notes? How did he become the guy who cracked the code on, to your point, running a cultural, I don't even want to say campaign, running
It's a it was a movement.
cultural
Look,
movement, heading a cultural movement versus a
everybody,
campaign?
every one of your people knows Elon. Listen,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Yep.
so I mean, everybody keeps. I mean, the problem is you have a framework in your mind that how can Donald Trump? How can Donald Trump? How can Donald Trump? Guys, can we cut it out? Donald Trump is not an idiot. Donald Trump. Let me just be very clear. Donald Trump is smarter than me, you, and
Yep.
all critics. You know why we know? Because he has the White House, the Senate, the House, the
Totally agree.
support, the popular vote. He has a massive media ecosystem bigger than the mainstream built around him and for him, and a religious fervor in a political movement around him. And his best buddy is the richest person in the history of the world, and the most relevant Kennedy is with him. This dude is a phenomenon. He is the most powerful human on Earth and in our lifetime, and we're still saying, "Well, how was this guy?" We look like idiots to ordinary people.
You're totally right.
In the Philly suburbs. And I'm telling you, we are way off. The entire political class is way off. First of all, digital is a new door knocking. You got to understand that. We were laughing our butts off at Donald Trump for suspending his door knocking campaign and letting Charlie Kirk and Elon do a bunch of stuff online. We said, these guys are idiots. These guys are stupid. Then you start knocking on these doors. You know what people come to the door with? Their phone in their hand. They're in a 24-hour digital surround sound that has nothing to do with CNN, has nothing to do with any stuff that we do. I asked my son, I got a teenage son, I asked him, who are the most influential people in the world today? I'm thinking to myself, he's going to say Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z. He says, Kai Cent, Aiden Ross, Jinxie, and Sketch. I don't know who he's talking about. I said, what platforms are you on? He goes, I'm on Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. I said, that sounds like you need to go to the hospital. What are these platforms? I'm telling you guys, the mainstream has become fringe, and the fringe has become mainstream. There are platforms, there are people out there that are getting 14 million streams, and we're on cable news getting 1 or 2 million. And so there is a whole world out there. Kellyanne Conway, I hate to agree with her, but I do a lot of times. Donald Trump understood that and we didn't. And that's not just Democrats that don't. The entire political class is way off, way off, way off.
Woo! Feels good, don't it, y'all? Yeah. I asked my son. I thought my son was gonna say Obama, Oprah Winfrey. No, no. And I love how we, independent media, us media, we're exposing all these frauds, all these fraud politicians, all the corruption with these politicians, all these woke Hollyweirds, these celebrities. Nah, Van Jones, you were right, sir. Way out of touch. And one of the big reasons why y'all lost. I love how they're now pivoting. They're now starting to make sense. Yeah. Trump is smarter than all of us. Now they're all, it's all making sense now to him, huh? You know? Just another woke Democrat, another woke race baiter, race hustler. Out of touch. Yeah. And now they're all pivoting. Now they're making sense. And now they're playing both sides. Oh boy. This is gonna get good, y'all. You know what? Let's go back to this clip right here of him crying. Yeah, Van Jones, woke, race baiter, race hustler. And y'all know how I feel about it, man. One love to the human race. I wish people would understand that and get that through their skull. You know? He plays a big part of this divisiveness, the hatred. I mean, just woke, a disgrace, especially on CNN. But he just breaks out crying, on election night. And now, after the election is over, he's now backtracking. He's admitting, that they were all wrong. Actually, wrong from the beginning. That Trump had an amazing campaign. That Trump is actually smarter than all of them. I wonder why. But check this clip out, man. You just can't make this up. And I told you, watch what these Democrats do now. Just watch what all hits the fan now. And you see, after November 5th, more people are leaving the party, are getting off the ship. Tons have joined the Republican Party. They said they've went too far left. They've already put we the people last. But like I say, stay woke, go broke.
Because I'm thinking about the people who are not a part of anybody's elite, who are hurting tonight. There are African-American women who know a little bit about being talked down to.
Look at all this race baiting and all this fear mongering. This is one of the reasons why they lost too.
And know a little bit about having their economic dreams crushed, who tried to dream a big dream over the past couple of months. And tonight they're trading in a lot of hope for a lot of hurt. And they were hoping that maybe this time, one of their own could be seen as worthy.
One of their own.
And once again, they were facing rejection. And that hurts.
It hurts, huh?
They thought tomorrow morning they're going to walk out with their shoulders back a little bit. Maybe able to breathe for the first time and feel like they belong someplace. They did everything that they knew how to do. And it's going to be harder than it should be tomorrow for them to hold their heads up.
Oh, man.
And they're not the only people who are hurting tonight. If you're a parent of a trans kid, your child's face was used as a springboard to power for somebody. That doesn't feel good. There are going to be people.
See all this woke crap, all this fear mongering, all this. This is the big part of why they lost. And I'm glad that they're now admitting that. I really am, y'all.
Well, tomorrow we're going to be handing clothes at the dry cleaners to people who don't have papers. There are going to be people who are going to be cleaning your teeth tomorrow who don't have papers. And they're terrified tonight. And so it's easy to blow this off. Oh, look at the elites. They're going to get their comeuppance. It's not the elite that's going to pay the price. It's people who woke up this morning with a dream and are going to bed with a nightmare. And those people didn't deserve to be respected and held and talked to. Those are the people who are going to pay the price for whatever Donald Trump decides to do.
Yeah, but Van, how do we know that those people didn't vote? A large portion of those people aren't part of the people that elected Donald Trump. Well, right? I think that's a good part of the electorate.
And then a lot of them were played a huge in droves that actually went out and voted for Trump. And this is why I had to show y'all this clip, man. This is why.
Donald Trump is smarter than me, you, and all critics. You know why we know? Because he has the White House.
I love how they got this on Fox, man. This is big.
The Senate, the House.
Totally agree.
Court, the popular vote. This dude is a phenomenon. He is the most powerful human on earth and in our lifetime. And we're still saying, well, how was this guy? We look like idiots to ordinary.
You're totally right.
You're totally right. I love it. You're totally right. It's so great. You guys, there's 5 stages of grief, and the last one is acceptance. Are we reaching that right now?
This is a baby learning to walk. This baby hasn't learned how to talk. This baby hasn't learned how to reason or rational. What we're watching here is not notable. It's only notable in that it's them noticing the first step on the way to adulthood. What I mean by this is, of course, Donald Trump is incredibly smart. Everyone knows this. That's like understanding that gravity exists. Yeah. What they don't understand is the unique combination of things that Donald Trump possesses. I was texting with another old friend of ours last night about J.D. Vance. You know what's interesting about J.D. Vance? Not that he's smart, but that he's smart and he's normal. That's a rare combo. Donald Trump is smart and, believe it or not, normal. And then on top of that, Rachel, strong. And that is what they neglect to continue to appreciate. That combination, that strength is the outlier, okay? He saw the cultural movement, but seeing it and doing something about it is one step because they all pushed back so hard on it and tried to stop him. It took unreal strength to push forward with that intellect.
You know, his strength is something that both sides admire and get. I mean, nobody could withstand what Donald Trump has been through since even before he took office in 2016. Right. But it shows such a naivete on their part. I don't know if it's a block. Donald Trump doesn't just understand culture. He is pop culture. Yeah. He was tweeting directly to the people back in 2014 and 15. He understood the zeitgeist. I think it's why I always predicted that's why, or theorized that's why they hated him so much. He was part of American culture, and he was able to understand I can take strength, intelligence, political savvy, the fact that I don't owe anyone in this town anything, and then his love of pop culture and his ability to understand it and use it to his advantage. I mean, he took a mugshot that was supposed to humiliate him, and it was badass. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's who he is.
And sold millions of T-shirts.
Yes.
With that.
Millions of T-shirts. Made him more popular. Everything they done to the man made him more popular. Made more people wake up. Made more people open up their eyes. Made more people really do their research. Oh, this actually looks like an inside job. This actually is a sham. Look at this case. Then we look at who's on the other side. She going on trips. She also paid off her lover. Look at New York. I'm telling y'all, man. They made it easier for him. They made him more popular, man. Nobody's ever seen anything like this, man. And we're going to turn this thing around, and I'm here for it. I am here. January 20th can't get here any faster. And this administration, the second administration, isn't effing around. We got some heavy hitters in there. You know, we got some, we actually, all at every aspect. And I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for them to clean house, drain the swamp. You know, we actually have a border czar. Yeah. We actually have a leader now. America has a voice now. I don't mean to interrupt y'all, but yeah, I'm ready, man. You know, and I love how everything they did backfired on them. You know, everything they thought, a convicted felon, you know, that he's this, that he's that. And now people are coughing up money. They have to pay him an agreement, lawsuit, defamation lawsuits. And they have to apologize to him. Sorry, Mr. Trump. We knew it was a sham. People, Democrat senators live on air saying it was the Trump cases were politically motivated. Democrat senators live on TV. We won, y'all. And it feels good to be on the winning side, man. It really does feel good on the winning side. Y'all clap it up for yourself. Shout out to them beautiful Patriots, man. You know, a lot of us have lost friends, family members that don't want to be around us, you know. Yeah. We're not invited to the events anymore. Where our phone numbers are blocked. Because of what we see and what we believe of our side of politics. We can't agree to disagree. And it's sad, man. And I want to tell Democrats, anybody on the left or anybody that don't agree with me, I love you. And I'm wishing the best in your life. But we've had enough. Enough is enough. The corruption, you know. People feel like they can't get by. They can't get, you know, working 2-3 jobs. Making life decisions inside of a grocery store. Enough is enough. Look where my tax dollars is going to. I want my money back. Every last dime. Anyways, y'all, let's continue. I didn't mean to get emotional, but I love y'all, man. And I got to speak. This platform allows me to speak, you know, truth. Sometimes we get a little censorship, but, you know, if I stay in lines, I still get to speak. You know, I still get to voice it, man, and I have to. I really do, man.
Right on it. You know, I've always said, and if you've studied this like we have, obviously, but even if you just sort of look at this at a cursory level, Donald Trump is the one politician, maybe in our lifetimes, I would argue, certainly in our lifetimes, that is one of one. Now, we've said this previously. Some said that about Bill Clinton, a brilliant communicator. Others said it about Barack Obama. But I don't think there's any way you can measure what we have seen over the last 8, 12 years in this singular, unique talent. And I don't think we'll ever have it again. The real question I would have, and not looking too far ahead, is what happens to the party post Donald Trump? Because, again, I think he's truly one of one.
I know what happened to the party post-Obama. Kamala was Obama. Okay, Kamala was that whole thing, the whole joy thing was a whole curated Obama movement. Okay, and Donald Trump just destroyed it.
It's just a Timo version of it.
Yeah.
It was a Costco. It was a Kirkland brand Costco Temu version of Obama. Yes. It didn't work.
Thank you. It's over. He's no longer the kingmaker. He's done.